You're listening to the Captain Jack Sports Show on Northeast Streaming Sports.
I mean, you can see right now, without LeBron, Lakers are struggling.
Let me tell you about a team I hate, all right? I know the Dallas Cowboys fan is here, so I had to make sure he knew how much I hate this team.
I'm ready.
I've often said that the people who run baseball, they try very hard to ruin it.
I'm from Brooklyn. I don't have a problem saying it to his face. Oh, I'm from Brooklyn. Hey, guys, any...
Yarg! I had to do that. I had to do that. Welcome to another season of Raider football. I'm Captain Jack. If I forget who I am, I get a chance. I just put on my shirt. I love this shirt, by the way, and I want to say much thanks to Vic Bad Guy, who presented me with this shirt when I was in Canton. It's awesome. I also, while I'm here, and I want to make sure I don't miss it, I also want to give thanks to one of my favorite group of people. That's the San Diego Raider Nation Nomads. Let me show it for the folks over there on Instagram. There they see it. For the folks on YouTube, Raider Nation Nomads. Thank you to the San Diego group there. They gave me a brand new shirt. I have the other one that says Captain Jack on it. That's the one I had formerly for the Nomads. I love the Nomads. I love Raider Nation groups. If there is a group, and I've said this many times, if you are a group, if you are a booster club, a black hole chapter, TNBC knows this because TNBC love TNBC as well. Love the Nomads. Knights of the Shield. Let's see here. The Black Pirates, the Black Flags, Raider Nation Wrecking Crew. I'm going to forget somebody. I'm going to feel bad. Again, regular booster clubs. Did I say KOS? League of Bandits. Again, TNBC. If I forgot, I apologize. I will rep any group that wants to send me a patch. I know Southside's out there as well. I see Southside Raider Nation is in here a bit. Will Carley's over there on Instagram that got Caribbean Jerks as well. Thank you, Will. If you're over on Instagram, please go over to YouTube. And the reason why I say that is because it's easier for me to see all of the, and yeah, I got you there, Southside Raider Nation with Asylum. I don't want to forget anybody. Hey, Scott Big Gun Backstrom, Skull to the Viking World Order. I would even represent Viking World Order if they sent me a patch or something. Because I'll tell you, the Viking groups are wonderful. The Viking groups are wonderful. I had a ball with the Viking groups up in Minneapolis, and they all have like it's Sir this and Sir that and Sir the other. You know, it's like walking around British royalty. There's Survey, and there's I got a patch, or not the patch, but like the card over there. There's Survey is Trey, and I know a Sir Bunky, and I know a bunch of the other ones. I just can't remember them all. Great group of people. Great group of people. And I've said this as well. If the Raiders ever cease to exist, knock on wood, because I don't want that to happen, I would probably have to maybe be a Vikings fan. Maybe. If I had to root for a team. I couldn't go all in, though. I would be like Captain Jack, Sir Captain. I couldn't get rid of the character, though. But I always, if it's silver and black are my favorite colors. But other than silver and black, I love purple. So if I was like going to be a chick about it, and I know ladies, please, going to grill me for that. I love the color purple. So if I couldn't wear silver and black, it's, oh my God, just the mere thought of that is horrible to think of. But wearing purple would be great. So I'd have to become a member of VWO. And see, look at this. Big Scott said this as well. They love Raider Nation as well. We got this kindred thing going. Let me get to some of the comments, and I apologize. Wow, a boat ton of comments. Remember, please don't swear, because I got to do my, it's like every time I do a show, it's like the Sunday show, I do my cardio rehab on Monday. Then the Tuesday show, I do a cardio rehab on Wednesday. Then the Thursday show, I do a cardio rehab on Friday. I need more sleep, and I got to do that. And if you swear, then I got to do the cut-ups, and I got to do the uptakes and all the other stuff. It's just a pain in my arse. But I got to do it because I am on the Northeast Streaming Sports Network, and I showed you guys that. It's Zodiac TV, by the way. I was like, well, what is the name of that channel? Zodiac TV. We are on Twitter. We are on Twitch. We are on Instagram. And remember, if you're on Instagram, if we're on Facebook, we're on all of these things. If you can't, come on over to YouTube, because this way I can take care of the comments easier. It's like one thing. Permission to come aboard granted there, Jeff Arguello. Thank you there, shipmate. And Will is in here, Will Carley. And the Raiders did start on the right foot. We are going to talk. It is so wonderful. It is so wonderful to finally say the 2021 football season is finally here. I know unofficially it started last week in Canton. And if you see my podcast, by the way, if you ever miss a show, go to your favorite podcast outlet. You know, if it's Apple or, God, I don't even know them all. There's so many podcast outlets. Just look for Captain Jack Rackham. Just look for it. You'll see the Firing a Broadside. You if you can't watch the YouTube, and I love people watching the YouTube, it's great. Love everybody out there. It is so great to finally be able to say the football season is here. I want people to call in. Chronicles of the Black Hole, my boy, OG Daniel, had a great show with him on Friday when we did the Tom Flores show. Plus, because we had Stuart Schweigert in there. Love Stu, man. He's awesome. And he said, hey, I was in your show the other night. I was commenting. I'm like, dude, I didn't see it. I get on a verbal roll, as you guys know. I talk a bit. And I forget to get everybody. So Stu Schweiger was in my show the other night, and it's great to have Stuart as a bud. Sean Johnson, Raider Nation, let's go. With John Emmanuel Navarro, we started season right. We did with a W, and it was great to see. And remember, again, OG is there. You see that little mark by his name. I got to actually put on my YouTube. Hang on. Because if there are things that are going on YouTube, I want to be able to see the, make sure I'm not missing comments. We are live. That's good. That's the good thing going on right there. We are live on YouTube. And again, we are live on my YouTube as well as the Northeast Streaming Sports channel. We are live a bunch of different places. Let me see. If there are comments, what there should be. Oh no. Okay, good. I was like, oh my God, the comments aren't on. Yes, they are. Thank goodness. So we got the comments going on. We also got the fact that you can dial in, you can call in. I want to make sure the comments are here. Did I take over the entire thing? Oh crap. Okay, let's get this back over here. See, I go in a couple different screens. See how perplexed I get? Vicky Orr's here. She's driving. Gonna be right back. OG's in the house again. Asylum, making sure I did not forget about the South Side Raider Nation. If I missed anyone, let's go. Thank you for that, bringing the energy. I'm trying to bring the energy. I want to get these comments. Cool Kev was awesome, and it was finally great to see him in the show. Remember, I'm gonna give a link for you to get into the show. There is Oso at TMBC is in the house. Much love and respect to you as well there, Oso. Thank you. Positive Philly. Philly's lost, man. Dude, that sucked. But and again, Terrence L. Carey, who was and remember, it's only once, and I got so busy. I'll be honest, I was doing a bunch of different things I needed to do this weekend. And the one thing that I had to get done was I had to get all of my stuff for the patent office together. And I just finished that. So I had to get it into like one document. That was a pain in the butt. So I had to do that. Squid's back in the house. And by the way, Squid, you were also a most valuable crewmate. I neglected to mention that. We had Squid. We had, who was it? It was Squid. It was Terrence L. Carey. It was Big Raider Kev. Somebody else came in. And it was another. So I had 4. Because I didn't want to decide between everybody. So everybody did that. Salute back to you. Salute to everybody out there. We got Squid. Say G-Mike. G-Mike's in the house. Good to see you there as well. We've got, wow. New Jeff, is it Ginnick? Dude, I apologize, man. Make sure I know how to say your name. Kind of like phonetically put it there. But Jeff's new. Jeff Gang, thank you for being here. Hot Meal's in the house. Thank you there. Raider Puppet is here as well. Forget about LV Puppet Nation. Okay, no such thing. Las Vegas Puppet Nation? Oh, you have to talk about that. Who was there last night? I don't know. Matt Marinovich. Matt's always good for great comments. Thank you there, Matt. Thank you for being here. And Dirty Raider. Good to see you as well. Don Webb just popped in as well. Need permission to come aboard for my TAD. Oh, yeah, Reds won the series. Yes, I saw that. I got a Jimmy Farrell's also going to be here. Captain needs his Phoenix monkey. You have to explain that one. And Richard is gone. watching what I saw last night, and I know we all saw, and that's why I said, you want to talk about your team? I definitely want to have Raider Nation. You got a cat like Ink with a G. Okay, Gink. So I got that right. Thank you there. Sebastian G's in the house. Sebastian Gonzalez, good to see you there. That's the closest to the swear word I'm going to allow in. Gink. I like that. New member. Like that. Remember, you can be a member of the Galleon too. Let me put the thing up there. Well, remember though, if you give a $5 donation, not a tip, because Stu Schwaggart said I can't say tip for obvious phallic reasons. If you give a $5 donation via Super Chat or Super Sticker, that's via the YouTube, you get an entry. If you do the $5 entry via Cash App, the Captain Jack Rackham. I need to know these things, by the way. I don't check my Cash App all the time. So if you say you're going to give it via Cash App, please let me know. If you're going to give the $5 via friends and family on PayPal, please let me know. Because I don't check them all the time. I apologize. I don't check them all the time. But that's way for you to get entries into the treasure chest of prizes. That big Bo Jackson thing behind me, that is a prize. The books are a prize. The what is it? The Las Vegas Raiders Jack Daniels prize pack, must be 21 to win, is a prize. There's a whole boatload of things. That's one other thing I need to get to. I need to get a video done to show you some of the prizes. There's a bunch of prizes. But if you want to send donations, that's how you do it. Also, as I stated, okay, you can join the Captain's Galleon for the memberships. Get your entries in via the membership. Joining the Captain's Galleon, all you got to do is push join on YouTube. Push join on YouTube. $5 is Ship's Crewman. $10 is the Chiefs Mess membership. For the Chiefs Mess membership, you get a patch one time. Get that. There are other things that you can that will get once you have been there a year. And I gotta stress this because I have had members that have been there and then they stopped membership. That's fine. But once you've been there a year, then you get your certificate of being a member of the Galleon for a year. If you are a Chiefs Mess member, you get your certificate with anchors, and I also send you anchors. So you can pin them on your Raider gear. If somebody says, what's that anchor? You say, well, I'm a member of Captain Jack's Chiefs Mess on the Captain Jack Galleon. And they'll look at you, but you say, dude, I'm special. At least I think you are. So again, come in for membership there. Get you, like I said, I'm going to put that on the ticker as well. Just push join. If you are watching on Instagram, thank you for watching on Instagram. If you are watching on Facebook, if you are watching on my channel on Facebook, I do not get the comments until later. My channel, I don't get the comments till later. I know that if you are watching on the Elite Superfans Network or on Northeast Streaming Sports, I see those comments immediately. For some reason, I don't see them on my channel. So let's get to some of the good things here. I'm going to put up the and Manuel Navarro's watching on YouTube. Silem's there. Hollywood's in. Good to see you, Hollywood. And Hollywood, I hope you're feeling better, brother. I hope you're feeling better, brother. Velvet Raiders in the house. Let me put the link up. So you can come in. You can come in via video. Okay. Come in via video. There is the link. I'm going to put that up as well. Where is it? There you go. There's the link. It's in the chat. StreamYard link. Come in. Be a guest. And I remember I was saying, and I need to show this because I got to say who was there. Okay, Daniel's here already. These are the people that are members of the Most Valuable Crewmate for this month. Okay. Why isn't? Okay, yeah, they're there. Oh, it's Raider Rhino. I knew I missed one. Corey the Raider. Cool Kev, Raider Squid, Terrence L. Carey, Raider Rhino. They were on the last show, 12 August, for Most Valuable Crewmates. Okay. Houston Raider Steve and Tinker Hell Didi was 1 August. Positive Philly, New York Teen Gabe, and Browns by Jake were on 3 August show. So those are the people that are up for most valuable crewmates in August. I still need to do a spin. I know. You're saying, you old schmuck, what are you going to do? I will do a wheel. That's another thing I got to do. I got the July MVP members. I got the June MVP members. And I got the May MVP members. OG Daniel won May. I owe him $20. I think that because OG doesn't do any of the I'm sorry, OG. He's got his Paulie hat on. You know, Paulie from Rocky. You know, who's it? Burt Young, right? Burt Young, right? Was Paulie. And well, what do you mean you don't know? You're wearing a Paulie hat? You don't know? It's Burt Young. Come on. He's wearing the Paulie hat. But Daniel, I owe him $20. I got to figure out a way to send it to. I know how. I remember Daniel. What we're gonna do? I got to do that. Ping me. Got to do it. It's on my list of stuff to do. Don't swear. I almost said the S word. Ed Winchell's in the house as well. Nixon to the practice squad. I don't know. I tell you what, I liked what I saw with Hobbs last night. And parlay. Oh, I got it right. See, it was so. We got 2 quick ones. I didn't get a chance to do that. We are going to bring in my boy, OG Daniel. Okay.
That's the ugliest dog I've ever seen. That was from Rocky Balboa.
There you go. It's a Paulie hat. Very young, man.
Yeah. No, man, this is my puppy hat, you know. Hey, dude, I got to tell you.
Okay.
Look, everybody was doing pregame show, during the game broadcast, post-game, morning shows. I think everybody else is burnt out. Dude, I got to tell you right now. After what I saw last night, I'm sitting there going, oh my God, it's 1974. Now I'm thinking maybe it's 1975 again.
Yeah.
Our defense was amazing, except for what's his name? Dalen Levitt. Get rid of him now. Cut him. Go away. Our red zone offense still needs to work on it. We're 50-50 again.
Yeah.
And Jonathan, he's in the comments. Jonathan Emmanuel Navarro. I'm sorry, I just want to give him a shout out. This guy, I went on Murph's Man Cave. I've never been able to catch a live. I went on there. Jonathan was plugging the heck out of me. I'm trying. All in the comments. And at the end, Murph gave me a plug because Jonathan was plugging me. And I just want to say, dude, thank you. That was huge, man. That was huge. That wasn't like some small thing.
Hey, by the way, it's more fun. Daniel, turn it down because I get the reverb.
Hold on, stand by. Oh, geez, that's way up there.
You wait a second. What
Is
I
that
might
better?
what I might do is this, okay? What I'm gonna do is, folks, I'm gonna see if you can't hear the guests, let me know, okay? Because I got it running through my earphones. If you can't hear the guests, I want you guys to let me know. Go ahead.
Dude, it was at 100% on this your StreamYard, so I had to crank it down to like 35. Can everybody hear me?
Hopefully so. There is a little bit of a time lag. So, okay, good. Ed Winchell said he sounds good. Good. Maybe that will hit the reverb down so that there's no extra sound.
So I cranked my volume way down. It was at 100 preset on the StreamYard.
What are you, effing deaf?
No, you sent the StreamYard. It ain't my fault, bro. It automatically went there. I usually keep it at 35.
Okay, I know, because I am kind of deaf. but people sometimes say that they can't hear the callers. So I might have to bring it up on if somebody calls in. That's why I said I prefer when you come on screen, because I know it goes through the computer well on screen. Okay, you don't have to come in on camera, but if you come in this way, I know they can hear you, which is why I say I prefer it. But yeah,
It was automatically preset at 100. I had to crank it down just now. I was like, whoa.
Okay. Oh yeah, and Jonathan said, "Hey, there it is. It was my pleasure plugging you in Murph's chat." Jonathan, thank you for doing that. That's what I was saying. I gotta. When is Murph's shows on? Because I'd like to go in there.
Dude, I had to turn on notifications because they come on when they come on. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know their schedule yet. I only got to one show.
Yeah,
and,
I got. Hey, if anybody goes into Murph's caves, tell him it's not me being. I'm not being aloof. I'm not being a pain. I don't know when they're on, and I got to get over
subscribe and hit notification. That's the best way to get on there and listen and watch.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I got to see Jeff Swag get a beat down with a tin tray by some girl and and Uncle Mosh. It was funnier than hell.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question. This I would hate to have to make a decision in this running backs room of who to cut.
Well, okay. I would say this. Just from one game, obviously, Jacobs and Drake and the Ingold, they're there. Okay, those guys are there. Those are three. Right now, Regis was outstanding. Emmons was good, but
Emmons had 9 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown. He was averaging 5 yards a carry.
Yeah, but again, Regis
balled out.
Yeah, so it's going to be one of those guys, and people were talking about Bo Scarborough.
Nah.
No, he's not going to make the team.
Hi, Bo, but this ain't the same kind of Bo. But why are we keeping Richard? He's a good blocker because Emmons and Regis picked up blocks on blitzes.
Yep, and Richard hasn't really impressed me with that.
Get rid of Bo, get rid of Richard. I love Richard, but he cut them, keep Regis, and keep Emmons.
Well, I don't think you have enough space.
There's 4 running backs right there, plus
right. Okay, but but see, are you going to carry 5 backs? We normally only carry 4.
I know. We need the depth in the defense.
Yeah. You're going to – so one of those guys, Regis or Emmons, is going to get cut.
I'm keeping Regis.
I'm keeping Regis as well.
But I'm going to tell you right now, we cut Bo, nothing. We cut Scarborough, no. And we cut Richard, might get picked up. We cut Emmons, definitely going to get picked up.
Yep, and maybe we can trade him, but he has to come back healthy. Or nobody. What are we going to get for him? A 7th rounder? A 6th rounder? I mean, he was an undrafted free agent. I mean, what are you going to get for him?
You throw Emmons on the practice squad, and somebody's going to snatch him out of there.
Yeah,
and that's a shame because he's really good. And then here's another thing that's kind of shocked me. Well, no, it didn't shock me, but it was a little bit surprising. I'm watching our 3rd string quarterback and thinking, that's a lot of poise. Why isn't he our 2nd string quarterback? Because I'm sorry, I hate to say this, all these Mariota fans, he's an interception thrower. He's injured all the time. Peterman needs to be our number 2. And I know a lot of people go, oh, no, yeah, okay. Peterman was poised. The only interception he threw was because his arm got hit when he was throwing the ball. This guy walked out there like he knew what he was doing. He's been there for 4 years learning this system. Mm-hmm. He knows it. Peterman should be our number 2. Mariota, move him to 3.
Okay.
We're not going to trade him either.
Well, see, that's the one thing I got to tell you guys is that we only saw a game where it was third stringers, second and third stringers against second and third stringers. You got to remember, there's practices. We talking about practice, not a game, practice. Yeah, I had to do my Allen.
Dress rehearsal.
Yeah. Hey, Valerie Pickard's in the house. Valerie, it's Picard probably. And it was a great win. Great, thank you for being in here, Valerie. Valerie, make sure you are here on Tuesdays for the Captain and Wenches show. I want all my ladies over there because when Daniel's there, he actually wears a sundress and a sun hat.
No, he does not. He wore a sun hat once.
He wore a sun hat. He's trying to get the sun dress to match it.
I had to go buy a shower curtain or something. They don't make dresses in my size.
Wear a muumuu.
A muumuu. There you go. I'll try to find a muumuu.
Wear a muumuu. Yeah, muumuus are acceptable.
Okay,
yeah.
So let's pick apart these players. David Arnett, you're a first stringer. You're a first-round pick. You got beat out by second-round players trying to jump the route and missing the tackle. You got to improve your game. You got to step it up. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you might have muscled up, but I'm sorry, man. He was disappointing last night. And the one sack on Peterman was because of John Simpson. John Simpson's supposed to be this massive power lifter who's the strongest guy on the team.
Well, okay, wait a second. Whoa. First off, Peterman had 4 sacks against him. 4. And
Right.
one of those sacks was not on Simpson. It was on Leatherwood because Leatherwood let his guy go in.
Leatherwood's a rookie.
I get it. Leatherwood still needs a little work. He's probably going to need a tight end to help Chip. Okay, I really think so. But the run blocking, and that's what we're going to rely on. The run blocking was fantastic last night. Okay?
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. And even Johnny Navarro says, Arnett's still not convincing me. Yeah, he had great coverage and then missed the tackle on that one first down. Because remember, they had 3 first downs in the first half, and I think 2 of them were on penalty. One of them was on that missed tackle that Arnett had. He had great coverage, and then the guy just went by him.
He jumped the route, trying to get the pick, and he missed the tackle. Well, you can't do that, man. This is your second year, technically. You muscled up big time. It's evident. But, no, man, you got to step up, man. You can't get beat by a second or third stringer and expect to be a starter.
Yeah. Well, but remember, though, I actually remember they started with guys that are kind of like not the first string last night. So remember, they had Arnett out there. They had Merrick out there. They had Abram out there. But it's still kind of questionable where these guys are going to play. So these are not the first stringers. So maybe Arnett is that second string or the nickel off the bench. We don't know.
Then we reached for him.
Well, no. See, people keep saying that. I said no. Remember, folks, when we picked up Arnett, we did not have a second round pick. We did not have a second round pick. He was the second first rounder in that draft. Okay. So instead of us picking him in the second round, okay, we picked him up in the first round because we didn't have a second round pick. And he was rated by the scouts. He was rated as a top flight cornerback, not as good as the other guy across from him from Ohio State, but he was a top flight cornerback. For people that said we reached that the definition of reach is picking a guy like, for example, if Leatherwood doesn't pan out, he was a reach because we picked him in the second. He was a second round picked in the first round. That is a reach, okay, by definition. I'm not saying that Leatherwood is a reach. I'm just saying Leatherwood was picked by the powers that be, by the scouts that supposedly know all these things, to be a second-round talent. He was the best run-blocking guy out there per cable, and I think that's why he was picked where he was picked. He would not have lasted until the second round when we would have picked again, which is why we picked him up in the first round. And Merrick was a first-round pick, okay, that we got in the second round. So it works out.
Okay, well, here's the thing. If you're a first-round pick, you're an immediate impact player, period. That's where you need to be. Sorry, Damon Arnett, not that guy yet.
Not yet. No.
He ain't ready.
No, not yet. But remember, I will say this as well. Asamoah took 3 years to develop.
Oh, there's a lot of guys that took years to develop. Cliff Branch took 2 years to develop. Okay?
Right.
He's a legend. I'm just saying either Gus Bradley needs to, or not Gus Bradley, Mike Mayock needs to start trading away our first-round picks to get more second and third rounders because he does much better there. And our steal this year was in the fifth round. We got Nate Hobbs. I was wrong. I was not I'm thinking this guy is not that great, blah, 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 blah. I'll admit it. I was wrong. That dude took the soul out of Gino last night.
Oh, yeah. He
smacked him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Ed Winchell, and I was going to say this because, again, remember, folks, this is our second and third stringers against their second and third stringers. So I liked our guys that we were going to have as depth. I like
our future.
Well, I like our depth and our future well more than what I saw with anything from Seattle. And I got somebody coming up next. So give me your final. And by the way, folks, remember, I did that broadcast because the game was not broadcast on the NFL Network till 4 a.m. for me, and until 1 a.m. for the Pacific time, folks. I found a feed and I did the broadcast. I won't have to do that for the next two games. I might do it on Colorcast because, again, I will be doing the Colorcast when I'm at the stadium as well, so you don't have to listen to the schmucks that are on doing the broadcast. And so that I'm just letting you guys know that.
Skipper, I got to tell you, you were a little bit delayed. Go to sportssurge.net.
I hit a broadcast, and I was happy to get one.
Sportssurge.net. You can watch any game you want. There's no delays. There will be some buffering. You got to put up your pop-up blocker. And I'm telling you, there's a guy who broadcast named Markky, Markky. Go there. You can catch any game you want. No delays.
Okay, I will look for that. Wait a second. Let me write this.
SportsSurge.net. It was given to me by a buddy of mine who's a computer programmer who told me it was the best one out there. Cost nothing.
Okay. I got it here. I will see there. I'm going to put it in a bookmark.
I bookmarked it too. I just click on it now on Google.
Okay. Okay. I got it. I will see it, but that'll help me when I am doing it from the house. That'll help me when I'm doing it from the house. But we'll see.
Okay.
And Dofu, that's where I was, by the way. So that's what I was looking at last night was Dofu Sports. So that's what I was looking at was Dofu Sports app. But
it was a little bit delayed.
Well, no, they were
20 seconds.
Yeah, they were actually ahead of the other ones that I was watching. So, I had them both on. I had them both there just in case the one crapped out. So we'll see that.
So let's talk about last night. The final thoughts. You said you want to kick my ass out of here. So
hey, I love you to death, but I want to make sure other people come on as well.
No, that's fine. Our defense last night gave me the hope of I thought we were in 1974. We're in 1975. Ain't no reason we don't go to the Super Bowl this year.
I love your optimism, but
That's
remember,
what it felt like.
these are second and third stringers, though, dude. I love the optimism.
Okay. Well, if our first stringers are better than that, good.
Well, it just means that our second and third stringers are better than their second and third stringers. I love the
Okay, but
optimism.
this is our future, dude.
Or these are the guys that are going to come in for our starters. I like that, but let's not print up reservations to wherever they're playing the Super Bowl this year. I mean, I love the optimism.
I'm just saying, man, it feels different. It feels different this year. It hasn't felt this way in a long time. Now, the other thing is our defense is better. And if we got to use our second and third stringers, okay, great. It's still better than last year. And we still need to work on that damn red zone offense, man. It was 50-50 again last night. That's got to change, man. That's got to change big time. We need to get crazy with it. You know, that one play where Peterman took off in a run? Why don't we do more stuff like that in the red zone? Just a thought.
Uh-oh. Okay, see, I have this spinning circle of death. Okay, hopefully I don't go out on people because I have an issue. Shoot. Let me.
No, you're here, man. We can see you.
Yeah, well, I had a spinning circle of death for a minute, so anybody.
No, we didn't. There was no space here. But another thing is, we got 4 home games in a row. We played last night at home. We're playing in LA, home game. We're playing in San Francisco, home game. And then we open against the Ravens at Allegiant, home game.
Right.
We're going to know who this team is in week 5, week 6. That's how it usually goes in the season. No matter what happens in the first 4 weeks of the regular season, don't worry about it. After that, week 5, week 6, week 7, you're going to see who we are. And we are going to kick some butts big time.
I appreciate that. Okay, well, thank you there, shipmate. Appreciate the. And again, I did put these on, so it's got to be coming out of your speakers too. I don't know what's up. Hey,
my sound sounds fine. I had to turn things down because it was at 100, and I had to drop it down to 35 because it was like out of control. Because the StreamYard moved my normal settings from 35 to 100.
Yeah. Well, again, this is my boy in crime. This is OG Daniel. Please make sure if you are watching this show, go to Chronicles of the Black Hole. That is his YouTube channel. That is where you need to find him at. That we do a show every other Tuesday on the Graphic Raider channel, which is DOXCNT. I know you guys are over there. I appreciate you being here. I make sure you're going over to OG's channel. That's Chronicles of the Black Hole. Make sure you watch us. And, of course, you're going to see him here as well.
And if you're on this channel and you're subscribed, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what the hell are you doing here?
I didn't say it, but I appreciate it.
I'm saying it. Subscribe to Captain Jack, bro. And hit the like button on the way out, man. It helps this channel.
Yeah, wipe them feet, as Graphic says. Wipe them feet.
I'm not using that. I got one I'm going to use for mine. Huddle up.
Okay. Well, I don't got one.
Huddle up. Hit the like button.
Okay, yeah. Well, mine would be hit the effing like button, but I can't do it here.
No, not on your channel. We still can on mine for a while.
Okay. I got. Oh, and I like this from Valerie. Would be beat the New England in the AFC Championship game, then beat the fake Pirates. I had to clean that up for you,
Buccaneers.
The fake Pirates in the Super Bowl. I would love that, Valerie. That is
fup them fupping Buccaneers, succaneers.
No, hey, no swear words there. No swear words.
I use FUP. Fup.
That's right.
Fup them fupping succaneers.
Okay. So no swear words. I'm not cleaning that up. Daniel, OG, thank you there, shipmate. Appreciate that.
Good seeing you, Skipper.
All
Talk
right,
to you soon.
you got it, man. Oh, good hearing from my boy. That's OG Daniel. Thank you there, Jonathan Emmanuel Navarro. I can roar my R's. I got that. We're gonna get some opinions of somebody that's not a Raiders fan, but that's because he's young. Boy, he's excited, dude. Will you stop? Calm down. Calm down. How many Red Bulls have you had? How many Red Bulls have you? 5. Okay, we're gonna see my boy. We're gonna see my boy Gabe. Gabe, how you doing, brother? What's going on tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, Captain. How about you? How about you?
Oh, so that's why he was bouncing. He's got a bouncy ball. I was wondering about
Yeah.
that. I said, how are you doing that? Gabe, what's going on, partner? Talk to me about your Giants, man. What's going on?
Man, it ain't looking good, Captain. It ain't looking good.
Why? What
I'm
happened?
truthful. I'm truthful New York sports team today, boys. All right.
I like truth.
So,
I like truth. Yeah.
So, obviously preseason, you can look at it one or two ways. Everyone has their own opinion about it. My opinion is that preseason is valuable.
It is.
Because you get to see if a player gets injured, what is behind that player.
Exactly.
In depth. And we definitely saw what was behind those players last night. Mike Glennon is terrible. He is atrocious.
He'd have to improve to be atrocious to be terrible because he's even below that. He's below that.
Daniel Jones gets injured, we're screwed. That's what I look at this season. Daniel Jones gets injured because I don't know who thought that getting rid of Colt McCoy was a great idea because it wasn't. He was a great backup quarterback. He fit our scheme well. And oh my gosh, I couldn't even watch Mike Glennon last night. I couldn't even watch. Like, I went through hoops to find that game. So with the preseason games, they only stream them in the area where the team plays, at least for the Giants. And so I have to use a illegal, fake website to watch the game, and it was just atrocious. Mike Glennon is terrible. Absolutely horrible. I can't even stress. So I think our third string quarterback is better than our second string quarterback because Clayton Thorson is our third string quarterback. I don't know if you know who that is. He pretty much is a dud in the NFL. He pretty much sucks, but he was a fourth round pick by the Eagles 3 years ago now. 3 years ago, he went to Dallas for a year. Then he came to us. He's been our practice squad quarterback. But oh my gosh, I don't.
So he's got a contract in the NFC East. Then he was drafted by the Eagles. He went to the Cowboys, and now he's on the Giants. So the next thing he's got to do, he's got to go to Washington to fulfill that contract. So he plays for every team in the NFC East.
But oh my God, Captain, he was terrible. They were all terrible. So I did a little homework today. Well,
okay.
Oh, and they got injured. That's the other thing. Clayton Thorson, our third string quarterback, got injured. No, but the good thing is, Joe Judge has made a statement on that. He says that they are looking at Clayton Thorson's injury. We haven't heard anything yet, but they're looking at it. And if he is injured, they will be bringing in another QB. So I saw Mike Glennon and I saw Clayton Thorson and I said, that's not going to work. That's not going to work for our backup QBs this year. I was majorly disappointed in losing Colt McCoy. People say, he can't throw deep. They're right, but he can play a hell of a game as a backup quarterback.
Yeah, I saw him play, and I don't remember who he's playing backup for, but I saw him play the other day.
Cardinals. He's playing backup for Cardinals.
Okay, yeah, he looked good. Now, granted, Streveler, I believe, is the guy that actually was running around a bit more, but Colt McCoy was a very good backup for the Cardinals on that drive. Although, like I said, although Streveler's the guy that ran around and gave him the touchdown, or sorry, the winning field goal thing. Yeah. But McCoy looked good, and he's always played a decent role. Whether it was in Washington, whether it was in New York, whether it was with the Browns, he's always been a good backup quarterback, plug and play. So he's going to be a good addition for the Cardinals. Maybe if they don't keep Streveler, maybe you guys can pick that kid up because that looks like somebody that would be good for the Giants.
Yeah, so I mean, look, I did my homework on quarterbacks that are available for the free agent market. It doesn't look great, but there is a name that kind of struck me. Blake Bortles is a free agent right now.
You don't want Blake Bortles? No. You don't want Blake Bortles.
Even for a third string quarterback.
Maybe for a third string quarterback. Maybe for a
third string.
But remember, third string quarterbacks are very rarely. They're not active, and I think that they're a luxury. I mean, a lot of teams nowadays they have them on speed dial because they don't count against your cap. But
Captain, our quarterback room is terrible. It is absolutely horrible. It is atrocious. What I saw last night means we need to restructure the room completely. I think even the coach, we might need to drop our QB's coach. We need help in that room because if our quarterbacks go out and play like that, I mean, what Mike Lennon is 1 pound, right? Like 1 pound, is that about right? Yeah, exactly. He goes out and plays like that. It's terrible. So, Captain, then I got a question for you. Who do you think the Giants should pursue at quarterback? What does the quarterback free agent market look like right now? You know?
I couldn't begin to tell you that. And the one thing is that this is the time. This is different this year because they let all of the guys go on one fell swoop last year. And I think they've gone back to like a dual. They're dropping like 5 players by Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. And then they have the final cuts after that. So I can't tell you. But there will be somebody, trust me, there will be somebody available when these guys get cut. Get you just look, scan the wires, let your scouts, if they are worth a salt. By the way, Carson, I see you. Don't go nowhere, sir. I just wanted to make sure you knew I was there. I got Carolina Carson coming up as well.
Let's go.
But I don't worry about it. Don't hitch your ties to Blake Bortles, man. Don't hit your ties to Blake Bortles.
On a possibility to get cut by the deadline is Baltimore's QBs. I mean, they have a great QB room right now. They have Lamar Jackson, Trace McSorley, and Tyler Huntley. They looked great last night.
I tell you what, if you can go after one of those guys, I would get McSorley. I love the kid out of Penn State, and I think he's going to be a very good quarterback for somebody. I really do like McSorley. He's a little undersized, but I tell you what, I think he's a fantastic quarterback of all of those quarterbacks that you mentioned. I'd get McSorley if possible.
The thing is, I think he might secure the backup role to Lamar. I think he's going to be the one, but Tyler Huntley looked pretty good too. And I mean, it was hard for McSorley to get that QB3 spot last year. I don't know if you remember, but it was even hard for him to get the QB3 spot. And so, versus Tyler Huntley. So I don't know. I think I'm saying his name right? Tyler Huntley,
No, I think it was Huntley was the kid that used to play for the Packers, and I think he used to play for UCLA when he was in college, right? Huntley?
No, he was a rookie last year. This is his second year in the NFL.
Oh, then I got the wrong guy because I remember that there was a Huntley that played for the Packers that was let go, and he used to play for UCLA. So look up his bio there, Gabe, and we'll do that. And comment on it. I'm going to let you go though, but again, I appreciate you coming in. I'm going to bring in Carolina Carson. I appreciate you bouncing around. I did ask him. I said, "How many Red Bulls did he have?" And he's like 5. He said 5. So
no, I didn't have Red Bulls. I had a lot of Shirley Temple. I had a lot of Shirley Temples tonight. Like a lot of them. Like I think I had like 4 or 5. Yeah. So I was like, I've had a lot of sugar tonight. But one last thing is just one last thing. Can I say one last thing?
Sure. Yeah. One last thing. You got it.
So the Giants running back room is also, it looks good, but we have too much too much goodness on the running back room. We have Corey Clement, who won the Super Bowl for the Eagles a couple years ago.
Good guy.
I don't know if you remember him, but
Yep.
and we have Sandro Platzgummer, I think is how you say his last name. He's part of the NFL International program.
Okay.
And he was a star last night. He has the longest run of the night for like 50 yards. So
Okay.
But Corey Clement did good, but then he fumbled the ball inside the 5-yard line. So that was not good. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic for the running back 3 spot for the Giants. But that's all I have for tonight, Captain. It's good talking to you.
Hey, always good talking to you as well. But remember, this is Gabe, a.k.a. New York Sports Team. Really good stuff on Instagram. And by the way, I'm going to say hi to my folks on Instagram. Is there anybody still over there? Okay, if you're on Instagram, thank you for being on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. And thank you for being here. Gabe, always good seeing you there, shipmate. I like the living room, by the way.
This is my basement. This is my crib. I watch all my games here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's the one thing. I was up with my buddy, and I forget that the up in the north they have basements. You know, the basements that are what do you call it? Made up, finished, furnished and furnished. Yeah, finished and furnished. Yeah, so I'm digging it. I will hang out now. You live in the New York area, right?
I live in Pennsylvania, Captain. I live in Central
Okay, well, I gotta find a place to stay when I go to New York this way because I don't have to spend an armload on hotels.
Oh, like a hotel. Are you looking for a hotel?
Well, no. I'm trying to find somebody I can crash with by going to New York,
okay.
and this way I save money because the hotels in New York are expensive.
Yeah, well, if you can't find anyone and are looking for a hotel, I have a great recommendation. That's I think around. What hotels do you usually stay at?
Marriott's and Hilton, both of them.
Okay.
Marriott's and Hilton.
So
yeah.
there is a Hilton right by MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. I was there last year or the year before.
There's a brand spanking new Marriott that I actually stayed at this past week for FanFest. I went to the Giants FanFest.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed at the Marriott that night. It is like I think they just built it a couple months ago. Breakfast is included, and I think it's pretty well priced, I believe. So and it's about 2 minutes from the stadium. So if you're looking for any hotel recommendations, there's a couple hotels around the stadium. So
yeah, I've been to the Hilton that's outside the stadium. It's a quick skip to the trains. They have shuttle service to the trains, which was cool. They got shuttle service over to the stadium as well. It's just that if you want to do anything, you got to go on the train to New York for the Raider events, and I'm trying to figure it because that's a long haul. But I'll let you know, Gabe. And again, salute to my shipmate, Gabe. Always a pleasure hanging with you, brother. And you know you're always welcome.
Yep, thank you, Captain.
All right, that's my boy, New York Sports Team, Gabe. Let's hear it for him. Take care. And I'm gonna bring in. We got Raider Nation in the house. We got Carolina in the house, and Carson. And Carson, I remember the last time you were on. I love the draw because you're from the South, and we love the draw. And
yes, sir.
I know the gals love it too. So so hey. I got to do the specifics, ladies. Make sure that people know. Carson, how old are you?
18.
Okay, as long you got to be at least 18 to mess with Carson. I'm just saying, you got to be at least 18 to mess with Carson. You got to be of legal age. Carson, what's going on, partner? What's going on? Hey, how were your boys the other night? I didn't see the Carolina game. I have no clue what happened with them. So you tell me what I missed.
Well, actually, it happened today.
Okay, that's why I didn't see it then. Okay, I don't feel bad now.
Yeah. We played the Colts. The first half of the game, we did phenomenal. Offense was working good. D-line was working good. We got 2 sacks, and one was a strip sack. And then second half just fell apart.
Okay, well, but normally the guys in the second half are like And were you guys playing like the seconds and thirds, and then the thirds and the fourth in the second half? Because if you did that, you were doing what pretty much everybody else in the NFL was doing. So I wouldn't worry about it. Hang on a second here. I'm getting a phone call.
All right.
Okay. Hey, whoever this is, I don't know who this is. Oh, okay. I know who this is. Hey, Matt, you're gonna have to wait a little bit. I got Carson on the line, so I'm gonna take care of Carolina, and then I'll get with you, and you can talk about your Browns. Okay? All right. Matt will call back. Thank you, there, Matt. Go ahead, Carson.
But yeah, we one of our second string cornerbacks, he got injured really bad in the second quarter. He had to be carted off the field. So
Ooh, sorry to hear that.
yeah.
And this guy is this was a second stringer, or a guy that's good for depth.
He's actually competing for the second cornerback position. So he is a second stringer, but he could be a starter.
Okay, what's this kid's name?
Troy Pride Jr.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully he'll pan out and be well, because I don't want. And that's the thing about preseason. Always, that you have these injuries that really just kind of screw things up. And I hope it doesn't. I hope it's not real bad, so that he will miss time. Because again, I don't wish that on anybody except one person, and y'all know who that person is. I won't say his name. That's the only time I wish an injury on anybody, but that's just saying. But so hopefully your shipmate will come back. So again, yeah. Well, okay. So what happened then? So you were good in the first half, and you let it go in the second half. What was the final score? And what I tell you what, as a fan that knows about your team, what did you take from that game? Because it's important, because you know your team better than anybody else. The Colts were playing without Carson Wentz. First off, who was playing quarterback for the Colts?
It was Sam Ellinger.
Okay, the kid out of Texas, right?
Yes.
Okay, how'd he look?
He looked amazing.
Okay, well, maybe they don't need Carson Wentz.
Maybe. He threw 2 touchdowns and had 190 passing yards.
Nice. And that was against that was in the first half, right?
That was full game. That was a full game.
Okay, full game. Okay, so but he was facing really good competition. So that's 190 in a game. I mean, Ellinger was a really good quarterback in Texas, more of a runner, but if he could throw the arm in there, I tell you what, anybody is better than Phillip Rivers. Anybody is better than Phillip Rivers.
But yeah, Sam, he was doing good on the run game too. He had a good 15-yard touchdown run at the end of the game too.
Okay.
Mainly what killed us in the second half was penalties. Penalties just absolutely demolished us, because we had 10 penalties in the whole game and like 6 in the second half.
Okay. And Jacob, I see you back there, brother. We'll get you in here after Carson. In fact, when Jacob comes in, we'll probably have our call from Matt. So I'll have a dual, oh my God, we're talking the Cleveland Browns type of thing going on. So it'll be Jacob and Matt talking the Browns at the same time, I'm pretty sure. But how did your boy look, the kid that you got from the Jets? Did he play at all?
He did not play. He's playing next week. And I'm really sad they didn't play, especially against the Colts, because I mean that's a pretty good team. Well, I mean his second stringers playing, but I mean it's still the Colts.
So who did play for the Panthers then?
PJ Walker and Will Greer split touches.
Okay, Will Greer, I know from his career at Florida and West Virginia, and I like Will Greer. I think he's an undervalued backup.
Yeah.
So now, but if he was your second quarterback off the bench, that means Walker is ahead of him then, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, tell me about that. What are your feelings about that?
PJ Walker, in my opinion, is better than Will Greer. I might get some hate from that, but PJ threw for 1 touchdown. He had how many passing yards did he have? I think he had about 140 passing yards, and he when he got pressured, he escaped the pocket real well, And when he wasn't getting pressured, he stayed in the pocket well. He didn't look like he was nervous at all. And he made good passes. He had a few passes that were, I'd say they were catchable, but they were a little overthrown. But overall, he did a great job.
Okay, well, good. By the way, I got to put somebody in timeout because they're a troll. Okay.
But no, two players I was really happy about was one of our D linemen, Frankie Louvu. We picked him up in free agency, and he was a freaking beast today. He played absolutely amazing. And Terrace Marshall Jr., the second-round pick out of LSU, we got our wide receiver. He played phenomenal today. So those are two players I'm really excited about.
Now I got to ask you because again, you are a fan, but you got your stuff in one sock. I think that you can be objectionable, unbiased. What are the Panthers going to do this year? Because again, you got the fake Pirates down in Tampa. I mean, they are the best team in that division. I hate saying it. They are the best team in that division. But you got the Saints with the Jameis, and that's always a question mark. The Panthers and I'm missing somebody.
Falcons.
The Falcons. And again, not the bitch about the Falcons, but I think you can be better than the Falcons. I think you can be. So are the Panthers going to be that second team in the division to get a playoff spot?
That's what I'm hoping for. I think it all depends obviously how Jameis plays. Michael Thomas, obviously the best wide receiver, he's supposed to be out for first few games of the season. So really they're going to be relying on Alvin Kamara and that defense to really take hold of their team.
Okay. But so I want you to give me your best Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber and saying, so you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I think there's a chance, man. I think there's a chance because
there's
surprises.
I mean, at the end of the day, Christian McCaffrey's coming back. Our defense is also going to improve. We're still kind of rebuilding, but we're in that phase that we're above the rebuilding phase. We rebuilt last year. Now this is our chance to start improving a little bit more. It all depends how Sam Darnold does. If he plays like he did his last 3 seasons, we're not going to do so well. But if he proves that it was New York Jets' system that made him fail so much, then we might be potentially looking at playoffs. But it all depends.
I agree, and I firmly believe that Sam Darnold was sent to the wolves in New York. He's a good quarterback. He proved it playing at USC. It was USC, right?
Yes, it was. Okay, yeah, it was.
So there are plenty of USC. I think he's better than Sanchez, and Sanchez played it well at USC. I think he is of the same mold as Carson Palmer, who played at USC. I think that Sam Darnold will be a damn good quarterback in the right system, and I think that you guys got him, and you got him out of New York. I think that'll work for you.
Yeah. 3 years in a bad system, that does hurt you, but it's not – he can still develop into a good quarterback. If we left him there for 2 more years, it'd probably be over with. That 5 years in a bad system is probably way too long, but I think 3 years, I think he can still develop into a good quarterback. It's obviously going to stunt his growth because 3 years of bad coaching, bad weapons around him, just a bad place in general. That's going to hurt. But moving, it's obviously going to be a tough move because it's a brand new system, brand new head coach, brand new weapons around you. But I think he's going to improve.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with your year. I think that you have the makings. I think you can be it's going to be between you and Nollins as to who's going to be the second place team in that division. And I think you can surprise as long as McCaffrey stays healthy. And if you keep Darnold upright, I don't know who your receivers are, but obviously that's a question mark.
Yeah. As of right now, our receiving core consists of DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, And that Robbie Anderson, Sam Darnold connection might come back. That's what I'm excited about.
Yep. And I got to say, Ed Winchell. No, we beat the Carolina Panthers last year. Even my boy Carson will please tell Ed Winchell that we beat the Carolina Panthers in week 2 or week 1. It was week 1 or week 2.
Yeah, it was week 1. That game was so intense. We had the last possession and we threw. Was it interception or was it just turnover on downs? Might have been turnover on downs.
I think it was a turnover on downs because we stuffed the 4th down play because they ran the same play that they had gotten a first down on before in the game, and this time we stuffed them on 4th down.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Ed, I told you, even Carson said so, and a couple other people. I said, dude, I remember that game. I know we beat Carolina.
Yeah,
so,
that was a good game. Robbie went off that game, but we still lost.
Yeah, but Robbie Anderson was wow. And again, if that's your wide receiver and he gets back up with Darnold, that could be dangerous for you.
And I mean, everybody's like, everybody's clowning on us like, why did you take Sam Darnold? He's not going to improve. Okay, it's proven. It is proven that we have fixed a Jets bad system player because we took Robbie out of that system and he had his first 1K career.
Yeah. And again, Velvet, he's 18 years old. Okay? Stop it. He's 18. Now Velvet's daughter is maybe Velvet's daughter. But she's a little older than you there, Carson. But hey, stop going after Carson. Okay? You got to be at minimum 18, maximum 29. Okay? Maximum 29. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Carson, shipmate, thank you for coming in there. It's always a pleasure. You get the word out. I enjoy talking to you, partner. Again, Panthers are going to be there. They're going to be vying for a playoff spot. I really think so.
I really hope you're right.
I think so. And if I'm wrong, then you can tell me, Captain Jack, you're a schmuck. We had a bad year. But you can say so. You can say so.
I've got all the hope in the world.
Okay. You take care, buddy. And we'll see you on the next time. Be well.
All right. See you.
All right. I enjoy it. I got Carson. And tell you what, now I'm bringing in Jacob. And everybody enjoys Jacob. No heavy breathing in the microphone, though, because I can hear you already. Okay. People were already saying this kid knows. This kid, how old is Carson? Carson is 18. Jacob is 17 or 16.
I'm actually about to turn 16 here in about a week. So
there you go. And I know but you're going to be a junior this year. That much I remember. There you go. Carson is 18, and Jacob knows his stuff. Gabe, Gabe, no. I try to do one call a night, kind of like the old thing from Beetlejuice. That's why I only have one. Do this one comment. Oh, good. We did right on cue. We're gonna have the two Browns fans. We're gonna have the two Browns fans on at a time. By the way, Matt, this is Jacob. Jacob, this is Matt. How you guys doing? We got the two Browns in the house. Talk to me about now, Matt. Because I want to make sure everybody hears everybody. I'm gonna divvy it up. Jacob, you start out, then Matt, I want you to do the next thought. Jacob, your thoughts on that, because the Browns played well.
Yeah, last night was very fun to watch. We didn't really start anybody. I believe the only first-string starter I saw out there was our only fullback, Andy Janovich. But I would say the guy that I was happy with the most was Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I mean, I understand it's just a preseason game, but his fundamentals were incredible. He had a single sack last night, which was impressive, of course. And there was this one play where I believe a wide receiver was either an out route. And there was a gap between him and I believe he closed the gap in 1.2 seconds. And he didn't allow any gain of yards from that because the guy was wide open by the sideline. But like I said, had great fundamentals, didn't miss any tackles, was getting the legs. And then I'll say the other player that I probably liked the most was maybe Richard LeCount. He had kind of a secret game last night. Did have an interception, but it was kind of a freebie at the end of the half. But he played well in coverage all night. He's looking to make the roster. He was one of our 6th-round picks out of Georgia, safety. So I'm excited about him.
Yeah, I know about that kid. I'm a Gator, and trust me, he's a damn good D-back for the Dogs. All right, Matt, what are your impressions about your wonderful Cleveland Browns, the best team ever, according to Matt?
We're good.
Okay, well, tell me why.
75 years, 40,
I got you.
know about that.
I know about that, but why were you impressed with their win yesterday?
Trevor Lawrence did not score a touchdown. Our defense put a lot of pressure on him. Like I said, that Jeremiah, he was pretty good. There was one clip on Twitter that I posted that, they got the ball, they threw it, and then he just on top of him, just right away, hit him hard,
Gotcha. Okay, so your impressions were they played well, but remember, and I said this, it kind of makes me feel good when I see Urban Liar with it, and that's his name, by the way. Look it up. It's Urban Liar, because Urban Liar is always saying that, when he was at Utah, oh man, this is my dream job being at Utah. Then he ditches Utah and goes to the Gators. Oh man, this is my dream job playing for Florida. Oh, prior to Utah, he was at what was it, Bowling Green. Bowling Green, this is my dream job. So the dream job went from Bowling Green to Utah to Florida to the Ohio State, but he's always looking for his dream job. Urban Liar. Yes, I know he got us 2 rings. Get it, got it, good. I can't stand the guy personally. Good coach, but I think he's going to call upon some hard times. So, Jacob, what do you think about that as well? Was there anything positive to say about the Jaguars? And like I said, did you see? I know I saw Lawrence yesterday. Did Minshew play?
Yeah, Minshew came in a little bit after. I believe Trevor got about a quarter and a little bit more in. Minshew came in, didn't really do much, just got a couple of field goals. If it was anything, C.J. Beathard used to be 49ers backup. He got 2 touchdowns for him. But going on the Urban Meyer thing, I do want to point out, he did say recently that Donovan Peoples-Jones, wide receiver, 6th-round pick out of Michigan, said that he should have been a top 10 pick in the 2020 NFL draft. So that's funny that you bring him up and Urban Liar. But Donovan's having a good camp, so I'm really excited about that. He looked good as well yesterday in the short time.
Kid out of Michigan, and he was a damn good player in Michigan, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Yes. Okay, so good. At least I'm trying to remember the guys from college as well. Hey, I remembered that Stuart Schweigert played for Purdue, and and I didn't have to look it up. As I was talking with Stu, you guys know Stuart Schweigert, right? He used to play for
I know who he is.
He used to play for the Raiders, and he played for the Lions as well. Former NFL player was on the show. So I remembered he played for Purdue, and I didn't have to look it up. I was like, yeah, Schweigert, Purdue. So I have that. All right. So what were your impressions, Matt, on the Jaguars? Were there anything positive to say about that team?
I mean, they were, their defense, they were second stringers, but they didn't. Trevor Lawrence didn't get picked off when I was watching anyway. So our defense put pressure on them, and they're a young team, and they're going to have a rebuilding season. I don't see them winning 5 games though.
Okay, I put that up for Jacob so he can see that, about Baker, because he loves Baker Mayfield. I know you love Baker Mayfield.
I'm on my phone. What's he saying about Baker?
No. It wouldn't be Jacob saying anything bad about Baker, because Baker walks on water. But Jonathan Emmanuel Navarro says Browns had a fluke season. Baker Mayfield is not a franchise quarterback. Jacob, I'm going to wait for your rebuttal. I want to hear from Matt. I want to hear from Matt first. Matt, why is Baker Mayfield the best quarterback that the Browns have ever had since Otto Graham?
Well, he can run. He has good coaches now that can actually, coach him good. As my brother's team, the Vikings, we picked up their Stefanski, which was their defensive coordinator. Look what happened to the Vikings. Now they suck. Now, we picked him up. We got good coaches. We got players around him. We have the best running game in in the league right now. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. We got it. Baker Mayfield doesn't need to do everything himself. He's got a team around him now. So
Yeah, and he's got a whole stadium where he doesn't have his keys, and then he bitches about getting by security. I will say this. I think that
people make mistakes.
the commercials are funny, but I think that maybe Baker Mayfield was doing too many commercials last year. I actually think that if he wasn't there, he probably would have been able to do a little bit better. Okay.
Well, he did. Captain Jack, he beat the Steelers not just once.
Wait a second. Let me ask. Did Baker Mayfield play 11 positions on offense and defense and special teams? Because you said that Baker Mayfield beat the Steelers. No, the Cleveland Browns.
The quarterback is leading the offense.
Okay, I get that, but I'm just saying. Did I say a curse word?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I might have to check that. Squid says I said a curse word. Squid, thank you for that. Probably at the 1 minute 20 mark. I'm gonna have to check that. Thank you there, folks. I'll look anyway. But it is the whole team. And again, and Matt,
it is a team game, correct? You're correct.
That's right, Matt. I will say this: didn't I not? And when I was doing the broadcast last year, did I not scream at you during the broadcast when I said you had one effing job to do, and that was to keep Chad Henne from getting a first down, and you let him do it? Did I not swear at you for that? I did. I did swear.
Yeah.
I did swear.
Yeah, you got a little sporty of it. Yeah, that's happened. We got a revenge game. We got a revenge game on week 1. That's the best game. That's the best game of week 1. That's the best game of week 1.
Right. I told Jacob, because I said Jacob says that he's looking at that as a loss. I says no. I really think that the Browns are going to go in to Kansas City and beat them in Kansas City. I firmly believe that.
Because all the off-season pickups we picked up, all the defense.
Yeah, I
think even your Raiders, you guys know that you know what Mahomes does now. He's played for 3 years now. We all know his MO. We all know how he operates. You put pressure on him, he can't do it. The Browns are going to be good. We will win that game by at least 10 points.
Okay, Jacob. Now, have you come off of that, Jacob? Are you feeling better about that first game?
Yeah, I still gotta have it as a loss because I have us winning so many games, and I could see us winning that game, absolutely. But having, I believe right now it's 6 guaranteed new defensive starters going against Andy Reid with months of preparation and the best offense in the league, it's not exactly easy to just throw your guys out there and for it to work. And defenses, they have to string together and chemistry and all that. And we got a lot of guys, Greedy and Grant are coming off injury. And we got a lot of young guys. So I'm not mad if we lose that game. There is a possibility we could win it. But that would come down it's going to be a turnover battle, really. I feel like both offenses are going to go back and forth. And Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce is that trio. So they can outduel our offense. It's just a question if we can get a turnover or 2 on defense.
Okay. Well,
you got to know that Stefanski, man, he's a very good defensive-minded coach. So, he'll watch. They'll probably watch the film from last year, and we'll get the W.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, I want to make sure I get Jason on.
One more thing, Captain.
Okay, quickly.
One thing sports related. I'm going to the Browns Vikings game.
Yes, you are.
On October 3rd. I am. I bought the ticket, $300.
Well, yeah. If you're paying $300, you better go to the game.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's good seats. I know you guys probably can't watch, but yeah, Tom can't go because his reason.
Well,
family.
For sure. And Tommy's over in England, so it'd be a hell of a ride to get over here.
Yeah, but yeah, I got the tickets, and and the second thing is, I know this is non-football related, but the Rays got smoked. Got smoked against the Twins.
Yeah, but
the team nearest to me.
but they're still the best team in the American League, even if they're not the best team in the American League. I still have the Rays going at least to. I think they're going to go to the AL Championship game. And
yeah, I see that too. But I think they lost. I think it was like 12-0 or 14-0 on Saturday. Then today they did a comeback, but it was short 5-4.
Yeah, well, I still think good things about the Rays. Raise up, and
Raise up, man.
I say that for you.
That's my baseball team.
All right, well, hey, Matt, good hearing from you, buddy. Like I said, I have a dual Browns presentation with Matt on the phone and Jacob over here. Matt, always good hearing from you, shipmate. You take care.
You take care.
All right, that's Matt, my boy Ace Skip, and again, Jacob, always good hearing from you as well. Jacob, now you're on record. I think you said it was what was it, 15-2?
Yes.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, I don't know, but if we win that Kansas City game, I mean, that would mean a lot, and that defense would probably, even if we give up 20-plus points, that defense would be as high as it gets. And going into the Texans, probably without Deshaun Watson, then Chicago, Andy Dalton, and then Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, which is better, of course. But I think everything, no matter what happens week 1, I think everything is rolled out in the schedule to get our defense rolling.
Okay. Well, like I said, I think the Browns are legit this year. And again, I used to poo-poo it because they were like, this is our year. This is our year. I think it might be your year to actually go farther.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be a Cowboys fan like that. Last year, I knew we weren't Super Bowl contenders. The hope was to get to the playoffs, and, the big ultimate stride was to win a playoff game, and fortunately, we were lucky to see that, and especially against the second worst fan base in the league.
Yeah. Well, again, folks, I didn't say it. My boy Jacob said it. Jacob, you take care, shipmate, and you're always welcome here as well.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
All right, that's Browns by Jacob. Love that. Love having him in here as well. I'm going to do the link one more time. Jason, I see you. Don't go nowhere. Because, and I don't want to jinx it. But the last time I was in here with Jason, we were having a fantastic conversation. We were talking about what? Okay, I'm going to answer this, but I'm going to have to put Jared on hold.
To accept, press 1.
Okay. Jared, I got you here, but don't go nowhere, okay?
Alrighty.
Okay, stand by. Okay, put your phone down or put your phone on silent so I can hear you. The last time I had Jason in here, we were having a wonderful conversation, and we were talking about going to a Phillies-Braves game, and then I had a power outage, and Jason was on by himself, and I remember it's like, hello, and we didn't get a chance to finish the conversation. So, Jason, it's only taken you about, 2 or 3 months to get back here. So thank you for being here. And I did say, hey, I haven't heard from you in a bit. So it's always good hearing from you. How you doing there, shipmate? What's going on?
No, I'm great, man. And I admit we keep missing each other. It's like, there was a time in which you would go live and I would come in and then there was some type of technical issue or whatever. And then other than that, it just seemed like our schedules weren't lining up. So, I mean, it's not like I don't want to be on or come in and see everything, but yeah, I think that was the situation.
That's fine. And again, I'm just giving it to you because it's always good hearing from you as well. The gentleman that has a really good beard that's not gray like mine. And so that's a top beard.
Well,
so
don't tell anyone this, but mine is blended.
This
is chemical enhancement, my friend.
Okay. And by the way, I was sending our best to Jeffrey Arguello for his grandmother that recently passed. So you're in our prayers as well there, Jeff. And again, remember, keep Don Webb in mind as well for his brother who is suffering. And so, again, we send all of our prayers out for all of the people that need them.
Yeah.
And so we're going to, and I know that's a downer, and I hate doing a downer. And like I said, Jared, you will be on, I swear. But I want to get with Jason. Jason, what are your thoughts about the Dirty Birds? And what do you, because you were talking before, and I don't even think we had a chance to talk since then about what you said. If we draft that tight end from Florida, I'm going to be very pissed off. But what are your thoughts now? And what are your thoughts about Atlanta? And now they play. Who did they play? I think I saw bits and pieces of it.
Tennessee was
Oh,
the
okay.
Titans.
Yeah. No, I think Tennessee looked really impressive in that game, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
I didn't watch the game. I read about the game in the afterwards. We have no depth, so I don't know whether they looked good or wanted to be Arthur Smith, because our new head coach was their offensive coordinator for the last 2 years.
Yes.
So I don't know. I mean, we're rocking out AJ McCarron, who looked bad, and Felipe Franks, who had the most rushing yards of anyone on the team for that game. And the guy is a quarterback and wasn't even a really good one at the University of Florida. So it's like we have no depth. So, I mean, it's par for the course. I don't have a reaction to it. We didn't play anyone, which is smart. We didn't play anyone that would be a true starter. Not obviously, we all know Matt Ryan's not going to play, but Ridley didn't dress out. Pitts didn't dress out, although I am still pissed about that. We could talk about that in a minute. But no one of any substance played in that game, which is, I mean, that's preseason, right? So
right.
But
and I was going to say, because and I agree with you. Felipe Franks had really that one game against, I think it was Tennessee, where he threw up the Hail Mary and they beat him in the end. And then he left Florida because he knew that the kid that plays for the fake Pirates now,
Trask.
there you go, Trask was going to beat him out, so he left to go over to Arkansas, and he looked okay at Arkansas. But he's not a really good quarterback. He's more of he should be playing baseball. He should be pitching right now for the Yankees.
Oh, was he a baseball player at all?
Yeah, because it was one of those things where they were saying, like, if he didn't play college football, that he definitely would be able to play baseball because he had like a really rocking fastball. So he might come back later on and figure out that it might be better for him to play baseball.
Right. Well, good for him. I mean, he's like one of those guys that comes out of college, having been a quarterback, that's more of an athlete than a guy that can throw the ball. That seems to be who he is. But he broke off. He had a jailbreak run. Again, I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Because he had, like, in that game, he had 5 carries for like 73 yards rushing.
Wow. Well, then put him at running back. He'd just be a very tall running back.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. I don't think he's got Derrick Henry in him, because I don't know what's Frank. I mean, Henry's like 6'3". I don't know how tall Franks is. I think he's even taller than that. But
yeah, he's a big kid. I think he's like 6'6". He's a big boy.
Yeah, I would think so. You know what's funny? Did you see the numbers on Trask when he had all the snaps for Tampa?
No, I try not to watch that game.
God, he was garbage, man. He was so bad that all right. I mean, I don't feel like I don't know how many preseason games you've watched, but it's interesting because you have all these, young quarterbacks with the seemingly endless potential. You've got, Lawrence and Wilson and Trey Lance and Mac Jones and all these guys. And
Justin Fields had a touchdown. I actually saw that.
Yeah, he had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown.
Yeah.
You know where he went before he transferred to Ohio State?
He was a Georgia dog, was he not?
Yes, he was. And
not bad for the old dude.
We should have probably worked it out so that we kept him, but that's fine. It's neither here
I also
nor there.
saw another former Georgia player. I know Fromm was playing yesterday as well.
Yeah, for Buffalo. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, and another former dog played today. Jacob Eason started the game for the Colts until the second half.
Okay, well, so they got Eason and Ellinger up in Indy.
They're competing for whoever's going to fill the role if Wentz can't come back. Like within week 2, which he won't because he's Carson Wentz, but yeah. So, and Ellinger looked way better than Eason. Although Eason did drop in some nice passes. I'm not gonna lie, but the dude's a strong-armed guy. He's I don't want to call him a gunslinger. He's just a guy with a howitzer. He's almost has Jay Cutler type vibes, but will probably never even be as shitty as Cutler was. But sorry, pardon the language.
No
But
problem. At least I got that one. 135. Go ahead.
but he threw a couple of nice balls that actually had touch on them. He transferred from Georgia to was it Washington or Washington State, which I believe that's where he's from. But Ellinger, I was impressed with him. Guy likes to tuck it down and run a little bit, and he seems to know when to do it. So I don't know. I was really rooting for the Colts this year. Their whole thing with Wentz, I don't know how I feel about that. But, the guy's made of paper mache, and who knows what you're going to get from him even when he's healthy. But, yeah. Hey, who's the guy that for the Raiders, and I'm losing – like, you guys had a quarterback that played your preseason game, and he had 30 plus attempts. Who was that?
Oh, the guy who played yesterday?
Yeah.
Nate Peterman. He was the guy that played that game in Buffalo and just got his butt handed to him a couple years ago. Well, it was one game. It was one game, but he has played within the same system for like the last as long as Gruden's been there, and Gruden loves him. And I tell you, he played well yesterday.
Yeah, I saw the numbers, and because I always like to do the Gruden thing, it's like, yeah, Mr. Peterman. He calls him Peterman. That's his name, Nathan Peterman. That's my best John Gruden impression.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Yeah, I can actually picture it. I can actually picture. Yeah, got Nathan
Peterman out there getting it done. Oh, you can't sleep on old Peterman.
That's right. Well, I got to ask you, and again, I apologize. I'm getting my eye cranked as well. What are your views about the Falcons this year? I mean, like I said, we were talking about that with Carson, and again, I think that, and I hate saying that, I don't see them higher than fourth in your division.
That sounds about right. I'm going to look at it more on a macro level and think that we'll be in the bottom 10 of the entire league, unless Arthur Smith pulls out some level of miracle. Like even them drafting Kyle Pitts, which did make me angry. I'm surprised you didn't see that, because Sneaky G and Big Blue Ant purposely had me on draft night just to watch my reaction to that pick, to see, because they knew what which is that I didn't want us to draft him. I would prefer us to have traded back or whatever. But also, I just fundamentally don't believe in drafting a tight end in the first round ever. I don't care if he's generational or whatnot. But yeah, I can't see us falling above the bottom 10 in the NFL. And so, I mean, dude, at this point, I'm just at a level where I want us to basically lose and get as much draft capital as we can, and then make smart draft capital trades to build more equity and rebuild the whole team.
And see, that's what I was gonna ask you, is that I think that this is your boy Ryan's last year, and so I mean, it used to be it was like suck for luck or whatever. Who's the quarterback that everybody's think? Jared, what the hell is going on with those sounds, man? Oh, no, you're typing. I bet you're texting somebody.
No, I'm not.
Well, okay. Whoever's doing it, stop. Okay.
Hello?
Don't move.
Okay.
What the heck is that? Jared, do me a favor. I'm call right back.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna see what's going on, because you hear that clicking. Is it just me?
Yeah, I hear it's like crackly.
Yeah. Okay. And Jared's gonna call back, but go ahead now.
It's Jason.
Well, no, I'm trying. No, I know who you are, but I hear that damn crackling. I don't know what the heck it is.
Yeah, I hear it. All right, it's popping. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to re-enter.
Okay, real quick.
Okay.
Okay, Jason left. I don't hear any crackling. Did you guys hear that? I know that Jason did. And I'm not touching anything. Jared, you're there, right?
I'm here.
Okay, still stay there. I'm going to let Jason do his best outro because, again, I asked him a question. We got him coming in. Yeah.
How's it sound on your end? It's still a little poppy here, but not as bad.
Maybe I'll check my connections. I don't know.
No, it sounds good now, I think.
Yeah, I don't hear it now. And I'm looking at my board. No, see, now I hear it again. Screw it. Okay. Well, again, I'm not gonna. I don't hit my board, so I don't know what the heck that is. Anyway, who is who you would want as your quarterback next year when Matt Ryan finally figures out it's not him anymore?
I mean, I'm not familiar with who's in the draft, and I'm assuming that we're going to have to draft someone because of, no one that's worth their salt ever gets on free agency these days as a quarterback. So I don't know. I mean, we'll have to wait until the college football season's over because, every year now you have these guys pop up. Like you've got a Burrow pop up, or you've got a Justin Herbert pop up. Hopefully someone like that is going to be on the board. There's some kid. Well, what do you have? Spencer Rattler is great with Oklahoma. And there's another guy, I want to say he's a West Coast, or maybe he's not. Maybe he's like an East Coast guy. Anyways, there's another guy that's highly touted, but I mean, it's so far. We are so far away from even being able to think about that. I can't give you a name yet. I honestly can't, So,
well, you got all season to think about it.
Yeah, and I will be. I will be as I trudge through this, S show that's about to happen and see, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I wish I had more of a positive outlook, but I'm just too pragmatic. I mean, I'm just too, realistic and logical about what lays before us, and it's not good. But what about you? How do you feel about your Raiders? Because you guys seem like you could be one of those teams that you just keep staying at around 500, or you could be a playoff team. What are your thoughts?
No, I'm definitely saying this and I'm on record that the Raiders are going to be minimum 10-7. That the defense is going to win them 2 games that they didn't win last year. I said, and that's my floor. That's my floor, 10-7. God, I don't know what the heck that is. I might have to check the microphone. So somebody's eating pork rinds. It's not me. So again, I appreciate it. So trust me, you guys would know whether I'm eating pork rinds. I do not know what the hell that is.
It's funny that you say the thing about pork rinds is I actually made chicken nuggets in an air fryer tonight, and the breading that I used was pork rinds.
That sounds good.
But that was 4 hours ago, so we can't blame it on that.
No. Well, look for tickets for when the Phillies play the Braves at the end of the year.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, if you get them, let me know, and I will see if I can make a way up there.
Okay, yeah, and I wanted to tell you, I did make it to the stadium and caught a game. I did like a little bitty tiny TikTok about it if you follow me on there, and I don't create content on TikTok, but I don't want to spoil it for you, but you need to see like what I did it about, which is really weird. But anyways, I will do that for sure.
You're gonna have to send it to me on Instagram because I don't have any That's the one thing I don't have is a TikTok account. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to send it to me on IG.
Okay, I will.
All right. Well, Jason and I got Jared. I know who I'm talking to. It's got to be my mic. It must be my mic because it's clicking. Jared's on the phone. Jason's here, and good talking to you, partner. Thank you for coming back for sure.
Always, man. I always want to be here. Believe me, I always keep up with you.
I appreciate it, man. That's at least my one view I'm going to get. And by the way, like they said, if you like what you're seeing, give me a like.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks again, Jason. We'll see you up next time, partner.
All right, buddy. I'll keep in touch.
All right, you do that. That's Jason, man. I haven't heard from him in ages. Like I said, the last time I did, like I said, I had the power outage. So, Jared, you are on.
And I'm not getting rained on like I was the night before.
No, yeah. And again, I appreciate you calling in. And said Jared was kind enough to he was in the middle of a rainstorm. He ducked out of it into a dark alley, and he didn't get beat up, which is good.
I actually got into my house, believe it or not. But yeah, it was pouring the other night on Thursday. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, it looked like a tidal wave. It was just pouring like a badass of hell. No pun intended. I mean, it was just coming down like crazy. And we've had it the last couple of days, but tonight is a nice, cool night. How it's in the mid-70s. It's nice and reasonable, so I cannot say it is a bad night, if you will.
Okay, well, talk to me about what's going on Pittsburgh-wise. I did know that the Phillies got 3 games with the Pirates at the end. I know that they played horribly against the Reds. They lost 2 out of 3 from the Reds. They lost 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. And then I'm looking, and they still got a series against the Rays coming up. They do have the Mets coming up another time. They got the Braves at the end of the season. I think they played 2 against the Marlins, which, and again, everybody says, well, the Marlins, they should beat the Marlins, but the Marlins always seem to beat us for some reason. So, I mean, the Phillies making the playoffs, I'm not really, not there.
This National League East is going to go down to the wire. I mean, right now, the Mets, right now losing to the Dodgers tonight, but the big thing is, obviously, like I said, our baseball, you saw our baseball team a week and a half ago when you were in Ohio watching them play the Reds, and we're just bad as can be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a joke. I mean, we lost 2 or 3 to freaking Milwaukee. I think we split with the doubleheader yesterday, and then we ended up losing again today 2-1, and now we're on the road. I think we have to go to LA, however, I think starting tomorrow, but I do want to talk about the other night, however. I did start to talk a little bit about the other night in the rainstorm, however, but I didn't get all the stats in, however. I do have them in front of me now.
Sure.
I can safely say Dwayne Haskins is now officially our number 2 guy. I mean, you definitely put him in as a number 2. I mean, he had a pretty decent night the other night, however, 16 of 22 for $1.60. We saw what Mason did too, obviously 8 of 9. The big question is, however, are they going to keep 4 or 3? I hate to say it, Dobbs is going to be on his way out. It looks like once again, unless something happens. As far as Najee Harris he didn't do much running. However, there was Jalen Samuels who did pretty good running. However, but again, like I said, it's just exhibition play. We're going to see what happens. Obviously, September 12th they play against Buffalo the very first night, of course, in Buffalo, and then of course the Raiders coming here after the big Monday night game against the Ravens. However, should I say the Rat Turds, as some people like to call them, my cousins especially. However, they're after the first Monday night in Las Vegas. But Vegas is going to be a very busy week this week when you think about it. I mean, after what happened last night, obviously, of course, Saturday night, of course, you got the big Pacquiao fight going over on a T-Mobile Arena. However, that's going to be very interesting. And then you got a big event going on at Allegiant Stadium with the WWE in town, how are hosting their big show SummerSlam, or some people call it SummerScam, and they're expecting 50,000 people in that building on Saturday night.
Well, I can almost guarantee you they're not going to have fans fighting each other like the Raider fans have already on camera. This 2 on, and I feel bad about this, is that although the one dude was big for the Seahawks, he was like twice my size, but there were 2 Raider fans that were fighting him in the stands, and I'm like, first off, that's a bad look for anybody, and it was the fact that it was like a 2-on-1, and then when the one guy was, when the Seahawks fan was looking to his left, then the guy that was on his right, the Raider fan, sucker punched him. He took some haymakers and it didn't even faze him. I mean, it was like
I heard something about that this morning. Actually,
someone
mentioned it to me briefly out of the blue this morning here, Howard. And I saw, I think maybe the highlights. Maybe I didn't see it on SportsCenter, but I did read something about that. However, and unfortunately, this is not something you want to do, especially with a brand new stadium. However, have a bad luck reputation right away. However,
yeah.
The first night. So this is not a good sign right out of the gate from Mark Davis and company. So hopefully they can tone that down a little bit in time for the season. But again, it's only one preseason game. Let's see where they go from here.
Yeah. Well, again, I'm hoping that it is not the norm. That it will be. That it will be, because again, I want more respect for Raider Nation, because we get a lot of bad press, and it's a lot of it is undeserved. But then when you have fans that actually live up to it, then you can't get can't get those people that are going to say X, Y, and Z, and then you live up for it. And I don't like that. By the way, Gabe was asking me, am I selling merchandise? I do have my patches, and they are seeing the Captain Jack shirt. This was a gift to me. So I will find out if they can be made, and if they can be made, then yeah, maybe I'll start selling my Captain Jack shirts if people want them. And again, I don't want buy a whole bunch of them to sell, and then I'm sitting on a bunch of shirts because nobody's got that type of capital just to sit on it anymore. I will say this, and Matthew 72007, and by the way, who is a member of the galleon, you can see that mark that he has by his name. All you have to do is push join where it says join. You can be a member of the galleon as well. You can be ship's company. You can be a crewman, or you can be a member of the Chiefs Mess. So please look into that. And again, anytime you give me a donation via the Super Chat or Super Sticker, or you can do it via the other means, and I think that I have that here. They were banned for the stadium for life. Okay, well there you go. If the guy gives a sucker punch, then then you need to get rid of him. But I am going to ask you about what Matt was talking about. Does Big Ben stay healthy this year? And it's iffy. It's iffy.
Yeah, it is very iffy, and that is the big topic, and has been the topic over the last few months here, and if not the last week or so. Yeah, I mean, can he stay healthy for a full year? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, he said so far he seems to be okay in camp right now. He's doing pretty good. My thing is, Howard, they've got to lock up T.J. Watt. I've been saying this for a long time now. They've got to lock him up for a big, big contract. But the thing is, they're talking big time, like Joey Bosa money, like $25-30 million. But is he worth all that money? That's the thing. He goes into the last year of his rookie deal, obviously. I know the Steelers want to try to get something done with him before the season starts, and they have not been able to just yet. Joe Hayden is in the same boat. I don't know. I mean, the big thing is, like you just said, can Ben stay healthy? I think I'm going to say he plays maybe half the year, but again, if he just cuts down the turnovers, they have a chance. But right now, they're going backwards. They're definitely going backwards. I'm looking at 9-8 this year. I really am. And that's just saying the truth, because everyone's talking, Cleveland has stacked upon they've had a killer offseason, no pun intended. I mean, they haven't signed Baker to a long term yet, but they did pretty well in free agency. And then you got Baltimore and Lamar Jackson, who hopefully, after 2 straight times of having COVID, hopefully he'll have that third strike, we can pass up the Ratbirds. But the thing is, though, however, Baltimore still is a very sleepy giant. As much as I don't like Harbaugh, Howard, they can always pose a problem, Howard. And like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what happens that first Monday night in Las Vegas, Howard, when they can come out to Sin City, Howard, and play Derek Carr or Marcus Mariota. But right now, I think the big thing in Raider Nation has to be who is going to be your starter. Right now, everyone says Carr is a lock-in. But then look at Mariota. He still says, it's my job, Howard. So you're going to have that fight, Howard, for much of the year. So the Raiders going to be careful how they play the quarterback percentage now.
Okay, I got to ask you, when did Mariota say it was his job? Because I must have missed that.
I thought I had heard in the past week or 10 days, Howard, he says this is his job. He wants the job. He's telling Gruden right now, this is my job in a way, Howard, that I deserve this job, Howard. Because right now, I don't think Carr is going to be really the guy this year. He came out, I think he said somewhere in, like, I guess it was a blog or something like that. But I don't know if it's true. Again, like I said, I think the thing is Carr, however, I don't know if Carr is going to be able to be having a solid season. The big thing is, however, Mariota, I think, is a better quarterback than Carr. Because Carr, Carr is like Ben. Yes, he has his good games, but also he has his faults. And that's the thing. They want a good, solid enough backup to hopefully basically lead him upward. And the thing is, Mariota is a good quarterback when he's healthy, and he can lead this team. But again, I don't know. It's just like here in Pittsburgh with the quarterback situation. You're going to see some surprises this year. The question is, what surprises? Time will tell, as they say.
Okay, I'm getting some information from John Emmanuel Navarro, and I love rolling my R's when I can. Mariota still thinks he's a starting quarterback in this league, so maybe he thinks he's a starting quarterback caliber, and I think that is true. But there's only 32 jobs, and if he thinks he's going to be the starting quarterback for the Raiders, I don't think that's happening this year.
See, I do, because I just don't know if Carr can handle the pressure. Carr at times has his good games and bad games. Again, Gruden's going to have to be under that microscope power. Obviously, that's the big thing.
Well, the one thing that Gruden will do this year, upcoming, is if Carr does have a bad game, or if he's not coming out, firing like he should be, I think that he will be quicker to pull Carr.
Oh, yeah.
I think he will be quicker to pull Carr, but I think Carr is still the starter. And if he goes through where Carr is having several bad games in a row, then yeah, he will make the switch. But I don't think that it's Mariota's job as of right now.
We will see. But I'll get you out on this, Howard. We had excitement in Greensboro this weekend at the Wyndham Championship. Six people went at it in the playoffs today. 6. Kevin Kisner, Roger Sloan, Adam Scott, Brendan Grace, Kevin Na, Siwoo Kim. However, Kevin Kisner came through in the clinch, holding off Roger Sloan, who both shot 66, but won in the sudden death as Kisner won with a birdie on the second extra hole. It seems more and more over the last month and a half, we've seen a lot of these golf matches end up in sudden death somehow. I mean, last week it was in Memphis, Howard. We saw what happened, Howard. I don't think at the British Open, but before the British Open, I think there were a couple tournaments prior to that. So over the last month and a half or two, Howard, it seems like the PGA is extending their 18-hole playoff, or should I say 18-hole matches, Howard. And it's good drama, and it's been fun and drama to watch at the same time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes for good TV, it makes for good ratings, and it's good for the PGA because, again, I mean, pretty much Tiger was still carrying that league, and then you had Bryson DeChambeau, and then you had the other guy who I actually like and whose name escapes me, the guy that hates DeChambeau. What's his name?
Patrick Reed?
No, the other guy, the one that really hates him.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. You talk about Bo, though. He has really had a total 180-degree attitude adjustment in the past 3 months. You take a guy, I mean, this is a guy who at the beginning, maybe after the Masters, everyone was high on, including me. And I'm not going to say I'm guilty of it, but I am. I was high on him for winning at least a big major or two. He collapses at Torrey Pines. He absolutely flounders, a couple weeks ago in Memphis. He didn't do much, and we saw what happened at the Olympics. He had that drama go on at the so-called match, however, with Phil and the man who we shall not name, and Mr. Rogers there in Wyoming. He was being a drama queen even before then, however. I mean, he's been just basically totally arrogant the last couple months. He really is just taking his game and has gone south with it. He better get his attitude fixed by the end of the year, or he's going to have to get it fixed by next season, plain and simple.
Yeah, I mean, God, I can't remember the guy's name, and I actually like him because he's a damn good player. I just can't remember his name. Gosh darn it. Oh, well, I'll think of it later.
Well, we'll see what happens. Like I said, we got a busy week upcoming. My niece's birthday, she's going to be 10 on Thursday, which is awesome, however. And we're going out to dinner this week, which is nice, so she'll be 10 this Thursday. And then, like I said, we got the big events coming up in Vegas this week. The boxing match, obviously, of course. This week, I think the playoffs started, on the PGA Tour, if I'm not mistaken, too, Liberty City. I think that's because this year they're not going to be playing, however, basically, at the second week, in Cog Hill in Chicago. This year they're playing in Maryland. So this year the Tour Championship Final will be played on Labor Day weekend in Atlanta, which is going to be very interesting, the same weekend as college football. So it's going to be a very interesting Labor Day weekend in early September. And that's when I say college football is just around the corner along with high school football. I mean, I think most of the high schools are starting their camps, started last week, and some of them, I think, here in Pittsburgh start tomorrow. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, well, again, I appreciate it's always we can't have a good show unless we get the Pittsburgh report from Jared, and I appreciate you being there, your shipmate. You make sure you take care of yourself and give your niece is having her birthday?
Yes.
Okay, tell her Captain Jack wishes her a happy birthday.
I will do that, and I'll see you very soon. It's almost time to see Pittsburgh friggin' Las Vegas here. So I'll see you and Eddie Winchell when you guys get into town.
That's for sure. I said I got to get with Eddie. If Eddie's still on here, I got to make arrangements with him because again, I need to make my flight arrangements. I need to get my hotel reservations, or I'm gonna be sleeping on your couch.
Well, I'll say one place to look at right now. I mean, if you guys are looking for a good place, if it's not too expensive, try to Sheraton by Station Square in downtown Pittsburgh. Howard. I mean, it's really nice down there. There's a lot of good places in downtown Pittsburgh. So the Sheraton Station Square is where you want to maybe try to look at. Maybe.
Sheraton Station Square. Okay, I'm writing it down right now.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, you take care, brother. Be well.
See ya.
All right, thanks again. That was the Pittsburgh Report with Jared, and that is basically. Where's my mouse? Okay, there it is. That's basically us out of time. Yeah, and I kind of agree with this. If Derek Carr has 5 bad games, if he has 5 bad games, then that definitely will preclude the Raiders from even sniffing the playoffs. I mean, he's got to be better than average in pretty much all the games. If he has 5 bad games, wow. Unless the Raiders have a defense that can win them games. And I don't think that we got that yet. I want to at least make sure we have a defense that doesn't lose us games. And there's a difference. There are teams that have a defense that wins them games. Okay? And then there are teams that the defense loses games, and that was us for the longest time. So, Carr needs to be better than average, and he can be quite good, as you guys know. It's just a matter of the defense needs to make sure that they don't lose us games. Okay, folks, that is our show. This has been the Ask Captain Jack show. Thank you again. I will show this as well again. If you wanted to get your entries in, you can still do it. But you got to do it now. Got to do it now. Hit the like button. Hit that. What is it? The $sign. While I'm here on YouTube, like I said, it's while we're going live. If you give me a $5 donation, you get an entry into the treasure chest of prizes. One thing I have to do is I got to do a video or something and say these are the prizes. I got the pictures. I just need to get it done. But I had to do my stuff for the patent offense first. There's priorities. Got to put things in priority. So, there you go. John Navarro says it best. The Rams have a defense that can win them games. We don't have that yet, but if we have a good defense that doesn't lose us games, that can get us into the playoffs. And there you go, Matthew 72007. Again, you can be a member of the Galleon. You see that little sign there? If you're on YouTube, the sign, and on YouTube it's a skull and crossbones. They are members of the Galleon. You can be a member of the Galleon. Just push join. For $5 a month, you get a membership. That's ship's crew. $10 a month is a member of the Chiefs Mess, and you get a patch. Membership has its perks. I will tell you what those perks are when you become a member. I tried to do a video just for members, and it wasn't working. And I don't know why. Because I wanted to do just for members. I'm going to have to try to do like members only videos just to get that squared away. Carr can be sloppy. The defense needs to get us in the playoffs. I agree. Cool. I agree. That's the show. We will see you Tuesday for the Captain and Wenches show. Myself, Kevlar prom dress, and then hopefully we'll get Angria in. Say blessings for Angria because her son was having some issues. And again, I never wish that upon anybody when their kid is hurting. Say blessings for her. Say blessings for the gentleman who lost his grandmother. Just say blessings for, the ones that need it. Say, hey, if you don't know the name again, Don Webb's brother, just say whoever you wish for, whoever you pray to, God, Allah, Yahweh, whoever it is, keep good people in mind for the ones that need the help and support. And that's what I will say. And thanks. Salute to you as well there, Cool Kev. We will see you Tuesday, Captain and Wench's show, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on this channel. Always a pleasure. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.
You're listening to the Captain Jack Sports Show on Northeast Streaming Sports.